Hey, good luck TV presents. Never let anyone know you too much. People know your worth, they just hope you don't. Don't base your decisions on the advice of those who don't have to deal with the results. Sometimes good things fall apart so better things can fall together. Accept people as they are, but place people where they belong. For better or worse, the way things are now is not how they will always be. Never confuse people who are always around you with people who are always there for you. You can't reach for what's in front of you until you let go of what's behind you. It's your road and yours alone. Others may walk it with you, but no one can walk it for you. Don't try to save a person who isn't actively trying to save themselves. They just want someone to pull down with them and often don't really want to be saved. Whatever you do between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. pays the bills, and what you do between 5 p.m. and midnight builds your legacy. Be careful about the stories you're telling yourself about your current circumstances. A head full of negative thoughts has no space for positive ones. The people who say you can't and you won't are usually the ones scared that you will. People ask what you do for a living so they can calculate the level of respect to give you. Your life right now is a result of the choices you made this past year. Your life a year from now will be a result of the new choices you start to make. Choosing comfort over discomfort does not lead to a comfortable life. Stay close to the people who want more for you, not more from you. Sometimes the hardest things in life are the things that we need to hear the most. Experience is the hardest kind of teacher. It gives you the test first and the lesson afterward. There comes a time in your life when you have to choose to turn the page, write another book, or simply close it. Solving a problem without solving its root cause is like taking a step forward and then one back. How you treat your body before you are 45 is how your body will treat you after you are 45. The wrong people always teach you the right life lessons. They always say time changes things, but you actually have to change them yourself. Once you realize the power of your presence, you won't be just anywhere. You will never hear someone who's doing better than you speak negatively about you. If you don't separate yourself from your distractions will separate you from your goals and the life you want. If you can find paths without any obstacles, it probably leads nowhere. One of the fastest ways to improve your life is to simply do what you said you were going to do. There's only one thing more painful than learning from experience, and that is not learning from experience. You don't get what you wish for, you get what you work for. You're always stronger and more resourceful than you give yourself credit for. Two things to remember in life. Take care of your thoughts when you are alone and take care of your words when you're with people. People only change for themselves. You won't have to force it and break yourself apart to help them. If it can be fixed, why are you complaining? If it can't be fixed, why are you complaining? Everyone wants to skip the struggle, not knowing that that's where character is built. Failure is the way life teaches us its rules, in particular the ones we don't want to learn. It never gets easy, but it gets easier. By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. Some people are investments and some people are bills. Know the difference. Every adversity, every failure, and every heartache carries with it the seed of an equivalent or greater benefit. You can choose the game you play, but not its rules. We cannot live happily wishing the world follow the rules we are comfortable with. Stop being so available to people who are only there for you when it's convenient for them. You don't notice your progress in life because you are always raising the bar. The human capacity for burden is like bamboo, far more flexible than you'd ever believe at first glance. When you're driving through the darkness, you can only see as far as the headlights shine, but you can make the whole trip that way. There is a healthy amount of distrust to have in everyone. Nobody's intentions are truly clear, even after being stated. You aren't crazy, you're intelligent. The trouble is you think you have time. Our wounds are often the openings into the best and most beautiful part of us. If they don't know you personally, don't take it personally. Recognizing that you are not where you want to be is a starting point to begin changing your life. If you wouldn't take advice from them, why would you take criticism? Sometimes the smallest step in the right direction ends up being the biggest step of your life. If you have more than 3 priorities, you have none. Smart people learn from everything and everyone, average people from their experiences, and stupid people already have all the answers. Don't tell your friend what your enemy shouldn't know. Expect little from people, expect a lot from yourself. That's the secret of a happy life. Don't rely on others to tell you how to be happy or what makes a good life. Staying positive doesn't mean you have to be happy all the time. It means that even on hard days, you know that there are better ones coming. Don't just love yourself, have respect for yourself. If you don't, other people will have no problems walking all over you. Don't let anyone who hasn't been in your shoes tell you how to tie your laces. The quickest way to succeed is to start now and figure it out as you go. You can't learn to drive in a parked car. The time you kill does not die without avenging itself. Be not afraid of moving slowly, be only afraid of standing still. We generate fears while we sit, we overcome them by action. You can lie down for people to walk on you and they'll still complain you're not flat enough. Maybe the path that scares you the most is the one you need to take. Don't be afraid to do things by yourself. Waiting for other people will cause you to miss out on some wonderful things in life. When you find no solution to a problem, it's probably not a problem to be solved, but rather a truth to be accepted. You'll never be rewarded for following someone else's rules. If you only do what you can do, you'll never be more than you are now. When you work for someone else, you have the right only to labor, not to the fruits of your labor. Problems grow to the size they need for you to acknowledge them. Not all storms come to disrupt your life, some come to clear your path. You may not realize it when it happens, but a kick in the teeth may be the best thing in the world for you. You will never change your life until you change something you do daily. Adversity is not a detour. It is part of the path. If you fuel your journey on the opinions of others, you are going to run out of gas. Go forth on your path as it exists only through your walking. Show respect to people even when they don't deserve it. Respect is a reflection of your character, not theirs. If you want to feed a problem, keep thinking about it. If you want to solve a problem, take action. The road to success and the road to failure are almost exactly the same. Sometimes you need your feelings hurt so you can wake up and focus on yourself. Most of what feels urgent is important for someone else, not for you. As long as you're going to be thinking anyway, think big. Only those who will risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go. Adversity has the effect of eliciting talents which in prosperous circumstances would have lain dormant. A decision is a sharp knife that cuts clean and straight. Indecision is a dull one that hacks and tears and leaves ragged edges behind it. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. If you don't like the road you're walking, start paving another one. If you wait until you're ready, you'll be waiting for the rest of your life. You have to fight through some bad days to earn the best days of your life. The world is round, and the place which may seem like the end may also be the beginning. With confidence, you have won before you have started. Don't be discouraged. It's often the last key in the bunch that opens the lock. If we all did the things we are capable of, we would literally astound ourselves. Change is never painful. Only resistance to change is painful. 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than the ones you did. Maturity is when you stop complaining and making excuses and start making changes. The first step towards getting somewhere is to decide you're not going to stay where you are. Sometimes you have to lose all you have to find out who you truly are. You will have to face problems all your life, and you can decide whether they will be the same ones over and over. Nothing is permanent in this wicked world, not even our troubles. There is hope, even when your brain tells you there isn't. Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. Where there is ruin, there is hope for a treasure. Don't be scared because you don't have all the answers right away. You will learn through your experiences and find your own way to happiness. Don't be afraid of a shadow. It just means there's a light nearby. Just because you hate this chapter doesn't mean you'll hate the book. No amount of regret can change the past, and no amount of worrying can change the future. We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. If you look for the light, you will often find it, but if you look for the dark, it is all you will ever see. Start by doing what's necessary, then do what's possible. Then suddenly you are doing the impossible. Stand up to your obstacles and do something about them. You will find that they haven't half the strength you think they have. Don't let the bad days make you think you have a bad life. The moment you want to quit is exactly when you should keep going. People who avoid failure also avoid success. There's no passion to be found playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. If you want to increase your success rate, double your failure rate. Don't set yourself on fire to keep others warm. Take care of your body. It is the only place you have to live in. When you try to please everybody, you almost always please nobody. Never lower your standards just because someone can't meet them. People don't think about you as much as you imagine they do. We don't walk away to teach people a lesson. We walk away because we finally learned ours. You cannot convince people to love you. No one will ever give you love because you want him or her to give it. Real love moves freely in both directions. Don't waste your time on anything else. Discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. You can win a lot in life just by being the last one to give up. More important than the ability to pick the right one is the strength to walk away from the wrong one. Forgiving people in silence and never speaking to them again is a form of self-care. People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Stop complaining about the results you didn't get from the work you didn't put in. If you stopped seeing the world in terms of what you like and what you dislike and saw things for what they truly are in themselves, you would find a great deal more peace in your life. You may be the only person left who believes in you, but it's enough. As you improve, you'll find yourself more disappointed with those around you. To avoid this, be hard on yourself but understanding of others. When you start seeing your worth, you'll find it harder to stay around people who don't. Winners have lost more times than the losers have tried. Problems are the price you pay for progress. Until you change your thinking, you will recycle your experience. People don't get what they deserve. Tomorrow is a direct result of what you choose to do today. It's not who you think you are that holds you back. It's who you think you're not. You'll ruin your life trying to make everyone happy. Strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things you once thought you couldn't. Problems cannot be solved with the same level of thinking that created them. The more you sweat in training, the less you bleed in battle. Stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. To be the best, you must be able to handle the worst. Care about what other people think, and you will always be their prisoner. Waiting for change while not doing anything for it is like waiting for the train at a bus stop. If you find yourself repeatedly questioning whether or not something is right for you, the answer is usually no. Confidence isn't walking into a room thinking you are better than everyone. It's walking in not having to compare yourself to anyone at all. If you wait for something, all that happens is that you get older. Buy something without looking at the price tag first. Work without looking at the clock. There's only one thing more precious than our time, and that's who we spend it on. We have two lives, and the second begins when we realize we only have one. If you're born poor, it's not your mistake. If you die poor, it's your mistake. The past cannot be changed, forgotten, edited, or erased. It can only be accepted. Time is like a river. You cannot touch the same water twice because the flow that has passed will never pass again. Your value is not determined by someone else's inability to see your worth. Don't make decisions based on fear. Make them based on hope. Your life will get better when you realize it's better to be alone than to chase people who don't really care about you. The only person with whom you have to compare yourself is you in the past, and the only person better you should be is who you are now. Life becomes more meaningful when you realize the simple fact that you will never get the same moment twice. It's possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That is not a weakness. That is life. No matter how much you've been told, there's always more to the story. You're going to make a lot of people mad doing what's right for you. You can't cross the ocean until you lose sight of the shore. You will never remember the days and nights you stay home and do nothing. Someone's opinion of you doesn't have to become your reality. Better to be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. A denied expectation hurts more than a denied hope, while a fulfilled hope makes us happier than a fulfilled expectation. You train people how to treat you, unconsciously or not. There are more things likely to frighten us than to crush us. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. The size of your dreams must always exceed your current capacity to achieve them. If your dreams do not scare you, they are not big enough. The goal in life isn't to be perfect. It's just to be better than you were before. You are always one decision away from a totally different life. Comfort and discomfort are two sides of the same coin. Embrace discomfort as it leads to growth and new opportunities. Remember, the greatest achievements often come from stepping out of your comfort zone. Keep pushing your limits, and you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish. Life, well, it's a journey filled with lessons. Each experience, whether good or bad, shapes who we are. It's through these moments that we grow, learn, and evolve. Never underestimate the power of a single experience. It could change your entire perspective. Problems, they're inevitable, but it's how we face them that defines our character. When challenges arise, remember, every problem has a solution. Sometimes it's not about the problem itself, but how we respond to it. Keep your head up and tackle each obstacle with determination and courage. Our bodies, well, they're our temples. Taking care of our health is paramount. Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and mental well-being are key to a fulfilling life. Listen to your body, treat it with respect, and it will serve you well for years to come. Change is inevitable, but growth is optional. It's not the change that will break you, but the resistance to it. Embrace change and let it be the catalyst for your growth. Remember, a tree doesn't fight the wind, it bends and grows stronger. So bend with life's changes and grow. Your presence is powerful, more than you might realize. It's not just about being there physically, but being there mentally and emotionally. Influence isn't about control, it's about inspiring others through your actions and words. Be present, be influential, and watch how you can change the world around you. Distractions are everywhere, pulling you away from your goals. It's easy to get lost in the noise, but focus is your compass. Keep your eyes on the prize and don't let the little things divert you. Remember, every step you take towards your goal, no matter how small, is progress. Stay focused, stay determined, and you will achieve your dreams. Life, you see, is full of obstacles and paths. Each challenge, each detour shapes our journey in ways we often don't expect. It's not just about the destination, but the journey itself and how we navigate through the twists and turns. Learning from experience. It's one of the most profound teachers life offers. Every mistake, every success is a lesson waiting to be discovered. We grow, not just by reaching our goals, but by understanding the steps we took to get there. Thoughts and criticism, they can be both constructive and destructive. It's important to filter through the noise and find the valuable insights. Remember, not all criticism is bad. Sometimes it's the push we need to improve and evolve. You see, it's through struggles that our true character is often revealed. When the going gets tough, that's when we find out who we really are. It's not about the easy days. It's about how we handle the hard ones. So remember, every challenge you face is an opportunity to build strength and resilience. Adversity, though unwelcome, is a powerful teacher. It forces us to adapt, to grow, and to become more than we were before. When life throws obstacles our way, it's not trying to break us, rather it's pushing us to discover new heights, to evolve, and to overcome. Embrace adversity, for it is the crucible in which true growth is forged. Change is inevitable, yet resistance to it is a natural human response. We cling to the familiar, to the comfort of what we know. But in resisting change, we often miss out on the opportunities it brings. So don't be afraid to let go of the old and embrace the new. It's through change that we find progress, innovation, and ultimately a better version of ourselves. Hope is the light that guides us through the darkest times. It's the belief that no matter how tough things get, better days are just around the corner. Positivity, on the other hand, is the fuel that keeps us moving forward. It's the mindset that turns challenges into opportunities and obstacles into stepping stones. Together, hope and positivity create a powerful force that can overcome any adversity. Action is the bridge between dreams and reality. It's not enough to simply hope for a better future. We must take steps towards it. Progress is the result of consistent action, no matter how small. Each step forward, each effort made, brings us closer to our goals. Remember, it's the journey that shapes us, not just the destination. Respect is the foundation of all meaningful relationships. It's about valuing others, their opinions, and their experiences. Character, on the other hand, is who we are when no one is watching. It's built through our actions, our choices, and our integrity. Together, respect and character define us and how we interact with the world around us. They are the true measures of a person's worth. Life is a series of problems. The trick is not to avoid them, but to solve them. Every problem has a solution, even if it takes time and effort to find it. Remember, it's the challenges we face that shape us into who we are. Success and failure are two sides of the same coin. You can't have one without the other. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of the journey. Learn from your mistakes, and you'll find that each failure brings you one step closer to success. Setting goals is the first step towards turning the invisible into the visible. Achievements don't happen overnight. They are the result of consistent effort and determination. Keep your eyes on the prize and celebrate every milestone along the way. You know, life is a bit of a balancing act, isn't it? We all strive for happiness, but sometimes it feels just out of reach. But perhaps happiness isn't a destination, but a journey. It's in the little moments, the simple joys, and the connections we make along the way. So let's cherish those moments and remember that happiness often finds us when we least expect it. Self-worth and relationships. Two sides of the same coin, really. It's important to remember that your worth isn't defined by others. You are valuable just as you are. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect and understanding. So don't be afraid to set boundaries and prioritize your well-being. After all, a strong sense of self-worth is the foundation for any meaningful connection. Now let's talk about complaints and results. It's easy to get caught up in what isn't working, isn't it? But constantly complaining rarely leads to positive change. Instead, focus on what you can control and take actionable steps towards improvement. Results come from effort and persistence, not from dwelling on the negatives. So channel that energy into making a difference and you'll see the results follow. Sometimes finding peace means letting go of what you can't control. Acceptance isn't about giving up, it's about understanding that some things are beyond our reach. When we embrace this, we open ourselves to a sense of calm and serenity. Belief in oneself is the cornerstone of all improvement. It's not about being the best, but about being better than you were yesterday. Every small step forward is a victory in its own right. Remember, progress is progress, no matter how small. Challenges are a part of life, but they are not the end. They test our limits and push us to grow stronger. It's in facing these challenges that we discover our true strength. Each obstacle is an opportunity to rise above and become more resilient. Thinking and experience, two sides of the same coin. You see, thinking shapes our understanding, while experience tests our beliefs. It's through this dance between thought and action that we truly grow. Remember, every moment of reflection and every lived experience adds a layer to the tapestry of who we are. Training and battle, well, they go hand in hand, don't they? Training prepares us, sharpens our skills, and builds our confidence. But it's in the heat of battle where true character is revealed. The lessons learned on the training ground are put to the ultimate test. Victory or defeat, each battle teaches us something invaluable. Happiness and loss, two powerful forces that shape our lives. Happiness brings joy, fulfillment, and a sense of purpose. Loss, on the other hand, brings pain, reflection, and growth. It's through the interplay of these emotions that we learn to appreciate the fleeting nature of life and cherish every moment we have. Sometimes the best things in life come from the worst situations. It's in those moments of hardship that we find our true strength and resilience. Life has a way of teaching us, often through the most unexpected and challenging experiences. Everyone has an opinion, but not all opinions are grounded in reality. It's important to distinguish between what others think and what actually is. Remember, your perception shapes your reality, so choose to see things clearly and with an open mind. Time is the most valuable resource we have. Once it's gone, we can't get it back. So, spend your time wisely, invest it in things that matter, and cherish every moment. Life is fleeting, and it's up to us to make the most of the time we have. You know, we all make mistakes. It's just part of being human, really, but what's important is how we deal with them. Acceptance, that's the key. Accepting our errors, learning from them, and moving forward with a bit more wisdom. Life is a balance between hope and disappointment. Sometimes things don't go as planned, and that's all right. It's in those moments of disappointment that we find our true strength. And hope is what keeps us moving forward, even in the darkest times. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Without hope and confidence, nothing can be accomplished. It's the driving force that pushes us to strive for greatness, even when the odds seem stacked against us. Remember, every accomplishment starts with the decision to try. Dreams are the seeds of our future. They inspire us to reach beyond our current circumstances and envision a better tomorrow. Goals, on the other hand, are the stepping stones that turn those dreams into reality. By setting clear, attainable goals, we create a roadmap to follow, guiding us towards our ultimate aspirations. As we wrap up this journey, let's take a moment to reflect on the power of optimism, the importance of setting goals, and the courage to pursue our dreams. Life is a series of challenges, but with a positive mindset and a clear plan, we can overcome any obstacle and achieve our fullest potential. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe to our channel for more captivating content. Thank you for watching.